Welcome to the February 26th school board meeting. Would you please join me for a moment of silence? Thank you. Will you join us for the pledge?
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, 129 down the road. Tonight, we got Mr. Cooper Murphy. Schroeder.
Thank you. Next item is approval of the agenda. Do we have any changes?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
due to the amount of recognitions and communications, can we move 3 recognitions in between D and E?
I will make recognitions number 2. And we'll make public comment communications 3A and 3B. Any other changes?
Move to approve.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second to approve the change to the agenda. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second to approve the minutes from a previous meeting. Any other comment? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have recognitions.
Madam Chair, members of the board, we have several recognitions tonight, and I would like to start with, when I call your name, if you would come forward. Miss Amy Pilkerton, Kelly Jo Stevens, and Diane Christensen. These ladies are from the General Federation of Women's Club in partnership with Fairest of the Fair Pageant. People's Choice Award raised $22,582. Dr. Marvin and Melinda Fortner to come forward along with Dr. Johnson. These monies are supporting 46 clubs and organizations across our district. A wide variety of programs will be serving, including drama club, art clubs, criminal justice, rock band, student council, and a new club that Dr. Bishop loves, the Crochet Club. We appreciate their generosity and partnership. Thank you so much. Our next recognition, I would like the same directors to come forward. Dr. Melissa Johnson, Dr. Marvin, Melinda Fortner, and Dr. Bishop. This award goes out to Mr. Curtis Sutherland. Curtis Sutherland was named the Tennessee Arts Academy Foundation Teacher Hero. The TAA The TAA Teacher Hero recognizes those teachers who every day put their talents and creativity on the line to go above and beyond. And they wanted to recognize Curtis Sutherland from Dickson County. And Curtis, we are so appreciative of your leadership, not only at Dickson County High School, but across the district. Thank you for what you do every day. Dr. Marvin. This recognition goes out to Miss Brooks Mobley. If you would come forward, please. There she is. Come on up. And Dr. Marvin, if you would come. And I would like Mr. Norman to be a part of this picture. Miss Brooks Mobley, thank you so much for what you do. You've really encouraged civics, and you were a recipient of a $5,000 grant. Thank you. You know, I always wanted to be good at bowling, but I'm not. So, Miss Riley Atkins, I think I could take some lessons from you maybe this summer, but would you come forward, please? Miss Riley Atkins, Tennessee School Miss Bowler of the Year. Mr. Joey Holly, if you would come forward, and Dr. Misty Marvin, if you would come forward. Riley. Dr. Marvin. Would like these three young ladies to come forward. Hillary Romero, Evelyn Green, and Anna Kate Rawls. Y'all turn around and look at this crowd. Is she Evelyn? Okay. These three young ladies are winners of the Character Count Essay and Artwork Contest for this school year. Where is my Hillary? Thank you for being here, Hillary. Anna Kate Ross, thank you. And let's get Miss Melinda Fortner up here and let's take a picture. Congratulations, ladies. Keep up the good work. Well, we need to make some noise in the house because I have cheerleaders present. And so if our Dickson County High School cheerleaders, our 6 captains of the cheerleading squad, Coach Leslie Swafford, if you will come forward. Joey Holly, Mr. Holly, if you will come forward, and Dr. Marvin. Ladies, I have seen you cheer, and you do a fantastic job, and games would not be the same without you cheering for our teams. But you know what? You're not here tonight for that recognition. You went to Florida, and you were in the National School Spirit Championship, and you brought home 3rd place, and we are so proud of you. So Coach Leslie, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Our next recognition, may I have the Burns Middle School cheerleaders? Come on up. Ladies, I say to you, thank you for cheering for your teams. Miss Amanda, thank you for the great job that you have done for these ladies. Well, you too went to Florida and you placed third place in the National School Spirit Championship. So proud of you. Dr. Marvin and Joey, would you come forward? Miss Cole, thank you for your work. Thank you, ladies. If Miss Shelley Andrews is here, if you would come forward, please. And I would like Dr. Marvin, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Bishop, and Melinda Fortner a part of this picture. Miss Andrews, thank you. I look for good subs every day, and I appreciate your willingness to be a part of the team. And so you've been recognized as Sub of the Month. And so thank you. Miss Kimberly Ladd from ESS, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Madam Chair, that is all our recognitions for tonight.
Next, we'll have the student board representatives. Miss Anna, you want to go first?
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to share the many exciting things happening at Creekwood High School. From outstanding academic achievements and championship athletic performances to the continued success of our CTE programs and student organizations, our Red Hawks have been working hard and representing our school with pride. Tonight, we are excited to highlight the accomplishments of our students and staff and celebrate the dedication that makes Creekwood such a special place. On February 12th, our seniors attended their annual Top 10% meeting where students officially received their class rank. We are proud to announce that our valedictorian is Mr. Chris Foster, who will attend Vanderbilt University in the fall, and he plans to major in history and economics. Our salutatorian is Mr. Max Collins. However, he is still undecided on where he will attend in the fall, but intends to pursue a degree in biotechnology. We are incredibly proud of both of these students for their hard work and dedication. Our juniors have been working diligently in their Wings classes as they prepare to take the ACT on March 17th. On March 16th, they will participate in a Shamrock, the ACT prep course. We are confident that our Red Hawks will perform well, as their preparation and commitment have been evident. Benchmark testing for grades 9 through 11 will begin next week. Last Thursday, our student government class participated in their annual field trip to explore how local government operates within our community. Students visited the Dickson County Justice Center, Dickson County Chamber, Dickson County Sheriff's Office, and the Dickson County Jail. At the Chamber, students spoke with Mayor Bob Ryle and board member Mr. Steve Haley, and local leadership and economic development, and got to ask questions about local leadership and economic development. At the Justice Center, they toured the facility and sat in on a preliminary hearing, gaining firsthand insight into the judicial process. This experience provided valuable real-world connections to their classroom learning. Our CWHS special population students recently attended a transition fair hosted at Dickson County High School where they gathered information about post-high school opportunities. Senior superlative nominations were posted last week, and we are excited to see our seniors being recognized by their peers for their unique personalities, achievements, and contributions to Creekwood High School. Voting will take place soon, and we look forward to celebrating this special tradition with the class of 2026. Today, our seniors celebrated the countdown to graduation. There are officially 50 school days left until the class of 2026 become alumni. Additionally, ninth grade registration began this week as we prepare to welcome the class of 2030 this fall. In athletics, we would like congratulations to both our boys and girls basketball teams for winning the District 11 AAA basketball championship. Our Lady Redhawks defeated Battle Creek High School and will begin regional play tomorrow, February 27th, against Franklin County High School at 7 p.m. We hope to see everyone there. Our Redhawk boys defeated Montgomery Central High School and will begin regional play Saturday, February 28th against Marshall County High School at 7 p.m. We are proud of both teams and wish them a continued success in the postseason. On January 22nd, Creekwood High School hosted its annual Coming Home basketball game. Our Coming Home queen was Miss Audrey Martin and our king was Brennan Hodge. Earlier that day, students competed in the annual dance battle, the pep rally, where the class of 2026 took home the victory. 3 members of our Red Hawk wrestling team competed at the TSSAA State Wrestling Tournament. Jace McCartney placed 6th and Gage Getz placed 5th. In January, our boys bowling team competed in the TSSAA State Tournament and finished in the Final Four. Miss Riley Akins placed 3rd in the individual state competition and was named Tennessee High School Miss Bowling of the Year. We would also like to recognize the following student athletes for continuing their careers at the collegiate level. Miss Avery Bratton will attend Cumberland University to play flag football. She was also invited to participate in the NFL Flag Football Showcase on February 3rd in San Francisco, where she made the game-winning play. Landon Augusto signed with Waynesburg University to continue his football career. Xavier Knight will attend Bethel University to play football. Tyler Axelson has been selected to serve as the governor mascot at Austin Peay State University and plans to sign on March 18th. Brody Butts will attend Kishwaukee College in Illinois to play baseball, and he signed today. Our flag football season begins with the first home game on March 3rd against Cheatham County Central High School. We would also like to recognize our Red Hawk cheerleaders and mascot on their 5th place finish at Nationals. Now on to CTE and our student organizations. Our HOSA officer team recently held a collaborative planning meeting with the Drug-Free Dickson Coalition, Dickson County EMA, Lifelight, White Bluff Police Department, and Charlotte Fire Department to prepare for the annual Survive the Celebration event, which educates students on the dangerous realities of impaired driving. Last week, Creekwood proudly hosted the 2nd annual Mid-Tennessee Skills Competition at the Dickson County Fairgrounds. More than 125 students from multiple area schools competed in automotive maintenance, construction, criminal justice, and welding, demonstrating real-world technical skills in a competitive environment. Additionally, our mechatronics program was awarded the Tennessee STEM Innovation Network grant in the amount of $5,000. Creekwood is one of only 4 schools in Tennessee to receive this award. Representatives from TSEN and Tennessee Valley Authority will formally present the grant on March 5th. Creekwood FFA recently attended the State Swine Expo and Fort Worth Stock Show in January, with several classes representing Creekwood on a high level. They will also be traveling to Waverly tomorrow to compete in the Skills Career Development event, where students will compete in masonry, plumbing, board fitting, welding, land area measurement, and more. Their greenhouse is up and going full steam ahead, with students planning the rest of the growing season and plant sale event. Other students will also be attending the State FFA Convention at the end of March, where they will receive state degrees, proficiency awards, and compete in 4 other events. Reese Kelso, our Beta Club Vice President and Tennessee Senior Beta Vice President, will run for National Senior Beta Vice President this summer at the National Beta Convention in Nashville. We wish him the best of luck as he represents our school and our state. On March 13th, Creekwood Performing Arts will open its spring musical, Descendants. And finally, School Board Appreciation Week. As we celebrate School Board Appreciation Week, we sincerely thank you for your leadership, service, and commitment to our students. Your dedication plays a vital role in success of our schools, and we are grateful for the time and effort you put in to ensure that Creekwood and all Dickson County schools continue to thrive. We truly appreciate your support of our Red Hawks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today's agenda, supporting the best school board to ever grace this earth.
Motion to approve?
Aye.
We thank the school board for supporting Creekwood athletics. Love, Creekwood. Thank you for supporting Creekwood Performing Arts.
also thank our school board for providing amazing educational opportunities for our CTE department.
And thank you for providing Creekwood High School graduates with amazing career opportunities thanks to our CTE program.
Of the board and Dickson community. Track will compete in their first meet this Saturday at Stewart's Creek. Boys soccer played their first game on Tuesday, defeating Montgomery Central. Best of luck to them as they play Fairview this evening. Flag football won their first scrimmage last Friday 7-0 against Harpeth. All county honor bands combined with Creekwood and held a concert with a guest conductor, which made for a thrilling event. The theater department got a grant for new speakers and carpet in the auditorium. There was a ribbon cutting to celebrate this exciting change. Winter Guard had 2 competitions this last month, placing 4th and then 3rd. They also moved up a class. Our basketball teams are winding down as they approach their first round of regionals this Saturday. The boys team currently has an overall 8-17 record and a standing of 4th in the district. Our Lady Cougars have an overall 17-10 record and are impressively ranked 2nd in the district. Congratulations to Coach Webb for winning District Coach of the Year. NAMI on campus held its first out-of-school meeting, which was kitten yoga. There was a good turnout, and our students had a fun time socializing, doing crafts, moving their bodies, and playing with cats. As a result of the big snowstorm a couple weeks ago, DCHS has endured minor flooding issues. A few classes have been rearranged and temporarily moved due to the flooding. Special thanks goes out to the maintenance team for working diligently to repair these classrooms. More importantly, we are so thankful everyone is safe and back to school. On a more positive note, the senior class has had an exciting past few weeks, with both top 10% and superlatives being announced. A huge congratulations goes out to our valedictorian, Evie Steidel, who is also a National Merit Scholar, and our salutatorian, Maria Fuzzle. This is a huge accomplishment for these ladies and the other 26 students recognized for being in the top 10% of their class.
Including you.
For superlatives, 18 different categories were voted on, and 38 students were awarded with one. This was a fun way to honor a few students for their characteristics. It's becoming real for the class of 2026 as graduation is quickly approaching. In closing, I would like to take a moment to thank all of you as a celebration of School Board Appreciation Week. We are grateful for everything you all do for our schools. Dickson County High School's Youth Leadership 2 has prepared the following video to recognize all that the school board has done to support students and staff at our school. Thank you. I hope everyone has a blessed night.
On behalf of the students at the Dickson County High School, we want to thank our school board for investing in our future.
Thank you so much for making our space feel professional with our new carpet and painted walls.
These improvements allow us to see that our education matters.
Thank you both. If Miss Maddie Pullum Griffin will come to the front here. Mr. Joey Holly, would you come up? Well, Maddie, Coach of the Year, TSSAA for softball. I want you to know you so much. You were the inaugural Grow Your Own now teach for me. So I am so proud of you, and you are at Charlotte Middle School. So thank you for what you do and going just beyond. what you need to do each and every day. And you're recently married and you have your husband here, and we're just so glad that you're a part of the Dickson County school system. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you.
Maddie, you get lunch on me and I'll have it sent out there. Okay. Thank
Is that
you.
all the recognitions?
Mhm.
Okay, next we'll move to public comment on actionable items. I think there was no one signed up on that, so we will move to communication. First speaker is Miss Osborne. Is Miss Ashley Osborne here? Miss Sweat, we will move to you.
Good evening, members of the board. Thank you for your time and your responsibilities that you carry in serving this district. I know that you take your job very seriously, and the decisions you make shape not just the policies, but the daily experiences of our students. I am here because our teenagers have done exactly what we've asked them to do. They have recognized the problem, they have researched the issue, they've gathered information, they've organized their thoughts, and they presented respectfully. And yet, from their perspectives, after all their hard work, the issues have not been publicly discussed or voted on. I understand that the policy was discussed before it was put into place. Once the policy has been implemented, the students have been living under it. They have come back with the concerns after the implementations of the cell phone policy, and it deserves their attention. Revisiting a discussion is not undoing the past, it's evaluating the present. We teach them that if they do the research, they prepare, and they speak respectfully, their voices will be heard. Even if the outcome remains the same, open discussions discussing the issue and taking the vote shows the students that the process works. I want to briefly share a personal example. My son recently has not had access to his phone. Yesterday, we talked about how the challenges has made his school day very complicated. Many of his classes use apps and digital communications to share assignments, updates, room changes, expectations, and without access to those tools, he found it harder to know where he needed to be and what was due and what was happening in real time. So I respectfully ask that this issue be put back on the agenda, openly discussed, and publicly voted on. Yeah, I'm here for the band as well. Good evening, members of the board. I thank you for your time and your responsibility that you give this district. I understand that serving in this role requires thoughtful decision-making and careful balance. I am here regarding the concerns that was previously presented about the band program and their budgeting. The families of Dickson County have organized their concerns. They stood before you respectfully and presented their issues clearly. We followed the proper channels, but since the presentations, there has been no public discussion or voting or anything addressing the concerns that were presented. I understand that decisions are complex and there are many moving parts behind the scenes. But when a concern is formally presented in a public meeting, it deserves to be visibly acknowledged and addressed. By addressing these concerns openly, the board will show strength in quality, stability, and long-term growth for the students and their families in our district. We respectfully ask that you place the issue back on the agenda and discuss it so the parents and the community is understanding how the budget is going to be addressed for the band program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Michael Mize. I'm going to call one more time. Is Ashley Osborne here?
Hearing a promotion for the band program almost makes me want to, as a former band director. My name is Michael Mize, and I am a former educator. I wanted to speak today particularly in favor of and hoping to encourage you to vote to ratify the Memorandum of Understanding that has been negotiated, I believe, between the teachers' team as well as the board's team. I wanted to give you just a little bit of a historical understanding of PECA. PECA, or as its full name is, the Professional Educators Collaborative Conferencing Act, was put into place to replace what we used to have and what we used to know as non-binding arbitration. My wife was a school teacher here for 45 years. I taught in the Dickson County system for over 30 years. During that period of time, up until 2010, we had non-binding arbitration. Every year we had table talks. We negotiated. The teachers had a team, the board had a team, and I think that if you will go back and investigate the past, that was always beneficial. It was beneficial for the teachers, it was beneficial for the board, it was beneficial for everyone because we all understood where we were and how we did things. And we had that written contract that let us know what was going on. And we were able to come, I thought, and I still believe, that the communication was the most important thing to bring together. In 2010 is when the General Assembly eliminated non-binding arbitration, and that's when they put PECA into place. I'm delighted to see that it is now being utilized here in Dickson County. So why should the board, and all of you, I hope, understand and support the Memorandum of Understanding? The first reason is because I think you will agree that above everything, communication is vital. It's vitally important. Just as the previous speakers were talking about how they just want to be heard, everybody wants to be heard. I can tell you that teachers want to be heard. I can tell you because, like Wendell Hudson, I still define myself as a public school teacher. And Wendell used to always say he defined himself as a public schools teacher. Even though I'm not in that world at this point, I did visit it shortly after being off the bench. And I then began to really understand how much the profession is hurting and how much teachers are hurting and how important something like this Memorandum of Understanding is. It creates stability. We all have the same songbook to sing from. We all can be in unison. It also creates a huge amount of respect and support for the teachers, which at this point is vitally important. Is that my time?
That's your time.
Oh my gosh. Can I have just one more minute? Thank you. Please support the teachers.
Next, we have Miss Yancey. Miss Ellen Yancey. Next, we have Miss Anna Wilson.
Thank you. Good evening, board members. Thank you for the time and care that you give to our district. I'm here tonight as a parent of 2 girls in our schools and a high school teacher at DCHS who respectfully asks you to vote yes for the MOU. For 16 months, teachers and members of central office have worked to create this well-crafted, mutually agreed upon document. We are aligned, the work is complete. We just need an agreement. The agreement simply needs your approval. At the heart of the MOU is the most valuable thing to teachers in our district, 150 minutes per week of individual self-directed planning time. Math teacher here on a regular schedule, that's about 3 class periods out of 5 days. There have been questions about this protected time, so let me explain why it matters. Movies are liars. They show teachers relaxing behind a desk with a Diet Coke and an easy grader. I do love a good Diet Coke. But we are professionals, so grading is in-depth and planning is intense. The good kind of intensity, where you're in the zone, working in a way that truly helps students. Working with the students is the exciting part, but planning is where the magic happens. During my planning, I'm doing the teacher magic. I'm planning and grading for 3 preps, analyzing student reasoning and giving feedback because that builds real understanding. I'm incorporating ACT practice, I'm strengthening vocabulary, emailing parents, and creating meaningful assignments. And if I get a minute to actually refill my water bottle or take a quick bathroom break, it's a good day. The MOU is a pledge of balance and consistency. Right now, many teachers don't know if they'll even get much planning in a given week. Last year, there were many weeks when I had less than 30 minutes of planning weekly. That time was filled with leadership support that looked like team meetings, data meetings, coach meetings, tech meetings, all valuable, literally so valuable. I'm better. But I was left doing the essential work late at night and on the weekends. I did it, but that pace was not sustainable. I had many meetings about how to improve lessons, but hardly the time to create and adjust them. This year, I've seen meaningful efforts to provide more balance, prioritize teacher time, shorter meetings, streamlined communication, tech updates delivered by email and video. I'm grateful for that progress. It conveys respect and trust. This MOU sends a clear message. Our district values teachers' time. We respect teacher professionalism. We understand that high-quality instruction requires high-quality preparation. I can say it, I love saying it, but voting yes on the MOU says it best. This district gives teachers the time they need to do their very best for the students. I respectfully urge you to vote yes.
Thank you. Ms. Beverly Purvis.
Hi, good evening, Chair and members of the board. I'm Beverly Purvis, President of Williamson County Education Association. Thank you for the opportunity to allow me to speak with you tonight. And I come to you from Williamson County, where we have a successful Memorandum of Understanding in place. And I'd like to share that perspective of how it has strengthened both our district and our teachers. I understand that when boards consider an MOU, there can be concerns. Some worry it may limit board authority, and others may fear it would create conflict, add bureaucracy, or shift focus away from students. But in our experience, the opposite has been true. Our MOU in Williamson County does not take away authority from the board. It does not dictate policy. Instead, it clarifies processes. It establishes agreed upon procedures for communication, problem solving, and due process. When challenges arise, and as they inevitably do, we're responding within a clear framework rather than reacting in uncertainty. Another concern is that an MOU might create division. For us, it has created partnership. Because expectations are clearly outlined, misunderstandings are reduced, and when issues surface, they move through established channels instead of escalating publicly. That structure has minimized conflict and strengthened our professional relationships. There can also be concerns about flexibility, but clear procedures have not made us rigid. They've made us protective and proactive. And when everyone understands the process, we spend less time navigating confusion and more time focusing on solutions. For teachers, the MOU provides fairness and peace of mind. It defines rights and responsibilities and ensures due process. That security allows educators to focus fully on their students. Most importantly, the MOU has strengthened the trust between educators, district leadership, and our school board. Trust improves morale. Strong morale supports retention, and stable, supported teachers directly benefit those students. I would simply leave you with this. An MOU is not about shifting power. It's about strengthening partnership. It's not about preparing for conflict. It's about preventing it. It creates stability in uncertain moments and ensures that when challenges arise, they're handled with fairness and professionalism and mutual respect. From our experience in Williamson County, an MOU has not weakened our district, it has made it stronger. And strong systems build strong schools. Thank you for your time and your commitment to the future of Dickson County students and educators. Thank you, guys.
Miss Kimberly.
My name's Kim Strasshofer. I've been teaching in Dickson County since 2001, and I was one of the 14 members of the MOU committee. Admittedly, I am probably the least articulate of the group, but I'm going to speak tonight. We spent the topics that were brought up at the BLAST planning committee, the planning session. A big one focused around that planning time. And we did not come up with that point arbitrarily. You can walk through down the hallway at any school and ask them, what do you need more of? What do you need more of? My secondary science instructor, what do you need more of? Time. I need more time. Just as Miss Wilson said, this year has been, I will say, has been better, but there are many, many, many demands on our time frame from 7:45 to 3:15, and it does not get done in that time. You go home with something every night, every day, every weekend. The law states 105, which leaves us 150 by law plus this cushion that can be used for this meeting. But we have to be mindful about those. It works out to basically 2 planning periods, about those two planning periods. Who we're going to collaborate with. What week are we going to do the data meeting? What week are we going to do the training? To let our teachers to have that time to invest in themselves and invest in our students. This MOU, we spent a lot of time on it. You cannot believe the topics that were brought up, the rewrites, the looking through files, comparing all the different counties just to come up with what we have. That adopting that structured agreement is saying to us and saying to the teachers that we represent, we see you as professionals, we appreciate you as professionals, and we're going to come to this agreement that we're all in this together, moving forward. This adopting this demonstrates good faith in our teachers, because one of the big things, and like I said, I've been here since 2001. I've gone through a lot of administrators. I've gone through tons of them. Informal arrangements can change. It would be nice to add some securities. Not everybody is a lifer. Not everybody's a lifer like me. Thank you.
I'm going to call one more time for Miss Ashley Osborne. Thank you. Next, we're going to move to staff report and recommendations. Curriculum. We don't have any. We'll move to finance.
We're just going to review the January reports, the January financials for all funds. I can get it pulled up. The revenues are up as compared to this year compared to last year. Expenditures are also up. Property taxes up. Sales taxes up. Utilities are up. Diesel fuel is up, and gasoline is actually down. So then next you'll see the summary financial statements for all funds and the summarized balance sheets for all funds.
You have any questions for Miss Valerie? Do we have a motion to approve the monthly financial report for all funds?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the monthly financial report for all funds. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have maintenance. Roof discussion.
Yeah, board members, that falls to me to discuss tonight. And it has to do with the emergency roof repair and then the roof items that we put in or have put in the resolution to submit to the county commission for various roofs. Because of the roof at Dickson County High School, the current problems, we thought it would be wise to go ahead in consultation with Mr. Lyle, Mr. Clifton, Lyle Cook Martin, the architects, to go ahead and create an RFQ to get qualified roofing contractors to do the work on all of the roofs. And then the RFQ you'll see is specifically limited to Dickson County's roof. And I talked to Lane Lyle about it. He says because the size and complexity of that roof, it needs to be bid in different intervals, not as one job. But he wants to make sure that we have qualified bidders for the whole thing. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and get this request for qualifications. You know, we've used that process before on roofing projects, or we used it down here on the field too, to make sure we got qualified bidders that are capable of doing the whole job. Did I butcher that sufficiently, Mr. Clifton?
I think you've done a fine job with it, and I think at this point you're not spending any money for that. You're just getting yourself aligned ahead of the stream. Puts us maybe a month or two. You know the root problems we've had, so it just gets you moved forward for a month or two. So when he gets the roof design done and you're ready to go out to bid, you're ahead of that hurdle. So that's all you're doing at this point.
And so, board members, we would need to take action to approve this RFQ tonight so we could publish it and get qualified bidders.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
for a point of clarity, if I recall, last time we did this, we're not approving to spend the money because it's not been approved yet. But by doing the RFQ, we have a list of bidders that as soon as we get the approval for this capital outlay, which I hope we get, we'll be able to get to work. And
that's correct. That's correct. We're not spending any money. We're just lining qualified people up so that if we get the money allocated to us, that we can then already have qualified bidders ready to go.
Those bid numbers would come back to this board to be approved at a later date after it is published.
Right.
And those are going to be the only people that would be allowed to bid on it?
That's correct.
Okay. I'll move to approve.
Second. Mr. Chadwick.
We have a motion and a second to approve the RFQ for the roof. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next is.
Yes, ma'am. So I think 4CI and 4CII were the same thing that Mr. Hall spoke about. So 4CII is the document we talked about during the work session that I bring to you for approval, and that was on the gutter damage, storm damage we had that would need to be approved by this board, and that's a not to exceed amount that's on that. I got a call late this evening from Mr. Lane, and I think Mr. Hall, you have spoke, so you're going to need to speak on that as well, because I wasn't privy to that conversation. So
right, board members, the gutter situation is a little bit different as it is an emergent situation, and what we can do if you approve the expenditure of this not to exceed, we can amend the high wall roofing contractor's contract, our construction manager there. And so if you will recall, we have a construction manager at risk on the high wall roofing project. And so because these gutters are an emergency sort of building envelope issue that we need to get dealt with, the construction manager at risk then can go out, get the bids, get this work done, and it would end up being an amendment to the high wall contract rather than a separate bid.
Mr. Parker?
Are they all on Dickson High School, or is it buildings across the county?
Several campuses throughout the district.
Okay, and that
Yeah.
would work out the same. Okay.
Exactly. But to be clear, we would be the money, not this money. Well, I mean, I guess we could put this not to exceed 32.5 into that contract, but it's an expenditure that the board could expend for these services without having that contract. I mean, architectural services are normal and customary expenditures that the board can do without bidding out. But the actual work being done, then the construction manager at risk would go and solicit bids. Once those bids came back, then we would approve that money. I think I'm saying this right, aren't I, Gerald? To amend that contract to get the various gutter projects fixed.
I think that dollar amount would have to come back to this board.
Yeah.
It's over any amount we can approve in
Right.
house, so it'd have to come back to you.
With
But
32.5, will we be getting that and moving that from fund balance?
can we ask Miss Valerie, do y'all mind? Because I want to
Yeah,
make
no,
sure
I think
that
I-
when we start talking about an amendment to that, I
Yeah.
think she needs to.
And I also have a question about this in relationship, again, about the insurance and making insurance claims against, because this work is a result of damage that we have insurance to cover. I want to make sure that we're not just adding this to another contract because we already have this situation where we can do that legally, but we also have this as an insurance claim, or we should be having it as an insurance claim.
Madam Chair, can I address Ms. Steele now? And Valerie, this is going to require you to answer too. So whenever we have an insurance claim, if my memory is correct, that if we have to do the work, we still have to do a budget amendment for that work. And the insurance claim money will go back in the general fund. It won't go direct to the claim itself. So we would have to do an amendment or put it on a contract, either one. We can't just take the insurance money and say it's here.
Right.
So there'll be an amendment to where we go, would there not?
Yes,
for the
sir.
work?
Yes, just if I can may follow up. I think we discussed that at our last meeting, that's how that has to go. I just want to make sure that this amount that we're talking about to get this design that we need for the gutters, that we're not doing something in this situation that we can't have this as part of our insurance claim.
Can I add some clarity to that?
Yes.
That fee will not be covered under insurance. Insurance will not cover the design fee. The reason I recommend for you to go that route is if we have any warranties on some of these roofs, and I can't sit down and tell you that that's going to affect warranties. It could be a finish warranty, it could be whatever. I don't want us to end up with low eave damage. All these gutters are different. They mount different. Insurance will not cover the cost of any design fees. They'll cover the damage to the gutters, but this will not be reimbursed. It will not be submitted to the insurance company.
Thank you.
And I don't know if it has to amend that. We have funding in design fees that can be used. I don't know how y'all elect to amend it or add it to or whatever, but there is some design fee money there.
As long as there's design fee money, then we just need board approval on this tonight. The amendment will come on the high wall roofing contractor once we get the designs worked out. because that person would be here immediately and ready to go and get the work done.
Mayor,
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that. And yes, the design fee money that we have in architectural fees could do that. But I think from what I've heard you say, and what Lane gave me a call this evening for just a quick snippet, and he said you were going to handle it. You might want to try to approve using Providence because that's going to change the price. Lane also says it would probably lower his total hours under this, so hopefully lower the dollars there. And they'd be doing it on a small percentage basis, so they're going to be the ones to get the price. So you would need to have them approve.
Well, that's what I was trying to explain inarticulately. I need board approval to approve the construction manager at risk for the gutter project, not for the design fees. So we kind of got merged here in the two. So that's all right.
I had to dumb it down for me.
Yeah, that's all right. No, it's good.
So we're not currently approving any money right now. We're just approving.
Well, yes, ma'am.
You would be
You'd be approving money because you'd be approving the construction manager at risk to go out and solicit the bids to do the work on the gutters. And the board can do it or not. I mean, it's going to be I think at least according to Mr. Lyle, the quickest and most expedient way to get this building envelope work done.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I think doing the design of those gutters is important. Seeing a couple of them there, they all are different. I understand the low heat damage. It will be a problem if they're not designed with the right flashing and the right attachments. We will pay for that later on if we don't design and do it right. We've done that with the last several projects, having the design work done as opposed to just bidding it out. And so far, I'm seeing the results of it. It's being better work for our buildings. Doing it right the first time, might save a second trip.
Just for clarity, are we going to move fund balance money? Is that the only place we got to get it from?
Yeah, we only have about 80,000 in our architect fees currently. So that'll pay for the architect fees, but yes, the high wall was bid out last year, and so that was amended from fund balance in last year's money. So if we're doing a change order, then that would require more money, and we would have to
move it from fund balance, which is a month away.
Have we spent all of the 80,000? So we could use this 32.5 inside that right now.
Yes,
So the
yes.
money is available right now in Gerald's account.
In capital outlay.
In capital outlay. Okay. Still. Well, Mr. Hall, so we're trying to get, we're talking about this 32.5 that would be architectural fees, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to move that we move forward to spend the 32,500 so that we can begin this process out of the current budget that we have.
And then, yeah.
And then when life happens.
Second.
Any other discussions?
Just a clarification. So we're also then routing ourselves to using them for the work?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So you've approved architectural fees to get the gutter design work done. And that's an action that you've now taken or going to take. That's the motion on the table. And that's all I can comment on.
Okay. Mr. Haley.
Just for a point of clarity and understand the motion, but the letter was in our packet stated to be billed hourly up to that amount. So does that need to be amended or set up to? So far, that firm has billed hourly and saved us where they could. But just for the point for the board, it's up to that amount. It may not be that much.
I think that's an appropriate.
I'll take that as a friendly amendment to my motion, sir.
Well, if you change your motion, we'll have to vote the amendment. We can just do it in one vote and be done. So. Amendment.
We're doing it as an amendment?
No, no,
No.
no, not to exceed.
Okay,
Typed as not to
okay.
exceed.
So the motion is to approve for the not to exceed amount of 32,500 for the gutter. Correct? Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Any
Now-
other? Okay, go ahead, Mr.
Now, if the board chose to, the board could tonight approve an amendment to request that the construction manager, Providence, on the how, it is Providence, is that the name of it?
Yes, sir.
Providence, on the highwall contractor, act as construction manager on this gutter repair project. And that's entirely up to the board, but it would be a way to get this building envelope work done quicker under an existing contract that we already have and a construction manager at risk that we already have. And if y'all remember, construction managers at risk are able to go out, they have to solicit independent bids and they get the lowest bidder, but it doesn't have to be published the way we have to publish it, and we can get the project done and complete a lot faster.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Mr.
So we
Redmond.
still see the bids and approve that when they do it that way.
I don't, do we still approve the bids on the construction manager at risk? I think once we got all the bids in, yes, you would
Approve the
approve
amount of money.
approve them that way, yes.
Yeah, it would be over our maximum that anybody here could approve, so it'd have to come to the board.
He would ultimately go solicit bids, bring them back, and then you would vote to amend the contract, but we need to get him approved to do that under this current contract.
Move to approve.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second for our current one to act as the construction manager on the gutter project. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Any other maintenance?
Madam Chairman, as routes on the agenda, can I give you an update on Dickson County Highway?
Yes.
The maintenance staff has got the roof patched. I think it went through a pretty good test last night with the massive rain we had. We had one room over on the 200 hall, I believe it was, it's still giving us a little bit of problem. I believe we turned 9 classrooms back over to the school today. The lights have been repaired, the ceiling tiles are back in it, and those students will be able to use that for benchmark testing. Benchmark testing is Monday, I think, so they'll be back in the classroom for that. So dehumidifiers and fans have been removed, so Mr. Lyle will be down tomorrow. He wants to look at the decking from the underside. So we got a few spots in the 300 hall that still have ceiling tiles out, so he can look there. We'll close those up after he leaves. He wants to get on the roof and walk it and start looking at that roof so he can have an idea of what's going to have to be done up there as a result to that.
Thank you. Next, we have Human Resources.
Right, so in your packet, you have the 2 documents you receive monthly, the graph for the January exit, and then the other document is the Human Resources Report for February.
Madam Chair, I would like to read the names of the 3 retirees at the end of this year. Miss Marcia Cathy, Tenall Core Tutor at Oakmont Elementary School, 25 years of service. Janice Corbin, ISS for Van Leer Elementary School, 36 years of service. And Laura Dotson, computer science teacher at Charlotte Middle School, 25 years of service. We want to thank each of these educators for their dedication and service to the Dickson County school system. They will be missed.
Next, we have student services field trips.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, members of the board, we have several field trips. We have Creekwood High School State Competition, Chattanooga, Regional Drill Air Rifle Competition, Dickson County High School in Fort Knox, Kentucky. We have DMS and DCHS band trip to Holiday World in May. They got a head start on this. This will be approved after, if you will, let me get Kat Perez's signature on this form. Kristen Lynch's signature is here, but Kat Perez needs her signature on this form. William James Middle School field trip to Beach Bend in May. That's it.
Move to approve pending the signature.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the field trips pending the signature on that one field trip. Any other discussion? Oh. We were too quick, weren't we?
We might abstain or something. I think it's probably passed without it. But we was gonna wait and make sure everybody knew who voted no on these field trips, Steve.
Y'all jump through human resources a lot faster than you're supposed to. It takes Ms. Hall.
Was that signature?
We'll talk after the
Or
meeting.
was it band?
Band.
We want to change that.
Holiday. Holiday World, let me see.
Oh, is that what it is? The band? Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Holiday
Okay.
World.
Got it.
Mine is twirling, Mary.
It says you voted.
Okay, good. I did.
All ayes?
Madam Chair, can we take a break?
Yes, we'll take a quick recess.
How you do?
Next on our agenda is under administration board resolutions.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Thiel, as the legislative liaison for the board, worked with TSBA to draft some resolution in support of various House and Senate bills that are currently being discussed by the Tennessee legislators. You have those sits in BOE Connect. Those came from TSBA. Ms. Thiel suggested an addition to one of them, and they said that looked great to them as well. And that was just some specific information to Dickson County about the capital projects that have been going on and are foreseeable for the future. But she or I, or either one, are willing to answer any questions about those resolutions.
Which one is that?
It is the Capital Trust,
Mm-hmm.
the 593-224.
First one.
Ms. Thiel, can you read every one of these aloud?
According to the attorney at TSBA, that's not necessary.
He just added. Madam Chair, can I ask?
Okay. Yes, Mr. Haley.
Looking through these, I looked them on the BOE Connect. Did I miss the one on the elected director of schools, or is that just not one that was included in the group?
That is not one, sir, that we included in the group.
So these resolutions, I think they're all very good resolutions, especially the Capital Trust one. It's probably not as well known as the rest of them, but it's a good program for us to do capital projects. I'm gonna let them go since they're presented, then I may come back and make sure I wasn't missing it.
Do we have any, I think he's
Yeah.
through presenting other, unless there's a specific question on a certain one.
I would like to see the support of appointed director of schools as opposed to elected. That one's been there as long as I've been here and longer. I think it's been there for 20 plus years. It's back in a different form this year, but I don't know that my position is not known to others, but I think there's a lot of misunderstanding on elected versus appointing and all the things that go with electing. It's not just electing that position. All the different points on that. You don't see them discussed in public as much as I want to vote or don't want to vote. It creates a lot of issues in the school system to have that as an elected position. I would like to see us add that one, but that's just me.
Any other comments?
I wouldn't mind adding it. I feel the same way.
You would need to draft that because we do not have one from TSBA for that bill. We could ask them for one.
I think timing is a factor. I think Ms. Steele's worked hard on these, get these ready, and I will stand in support of what she's done, and then I will make a motion after that's done.
Thank you for the hard work, Ms. Steele.
Thank you, sir.
I'll make a motion. We've passed the resolution she's brought forward tonight.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second, and we're voting on these all as a block for all these resolutions. Do we have any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Madam Chair, if I could refer to the board attorney, I think timing on resolutions is important. The legislature will probably be recessing soon after our March meeting, and certainly it's not an issue worth calling a meeting for, but would it be appropriate to make a motion let that be added, or I'm okay if we just ask it to be next month, put in our regular meeting. I don't think it's going to, I think our position is known. I'd like to make it formal, even at the March meeting. They'll still do a few weeks left, hopefully in the session at that point. Maybe Ms. Till can pull that one up with what they've done, or I don't mind if she doesn't have it available to do it, but we'll just vote that one in March.
So you making a motion to add it for March, or you just gonna wait till March?
I don't know what I'm doing apparently.
I can work on one so that we can vote on that in March.
Yeah, I think that their position and opposition to it has the bill number on it. And this year's bill is a little different. It brings lets the local government make the decision for each county, which is a stair step in the direction of trying to water it down. And eventually we'll get through, but I think it creates a lot of problems for school systems that haven't been discussed. So I'd like to see us in opposition of the bill that's been voted around at the Capitol. I don't have the bill number here.
It's Senate Bill 719.
Senate Bill 719, is that the one that legislation?
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna make a motion to pass a resolution in opposition to the Senate bill.
1719 by
It's in your folder.
Opposition to Senate Bill 1719.
1719.
Elected.
You restate your motion, please.
Motion that we pass resolution in opposition of Senate Bill 1719. That bill is in favor of local governments choosing whether you elect or director of schools.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to have a resolution in opposition to Senate Bill 1719. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
1719.
17, yes.
Can you
That's the-
amend that in the
Yes.
BOE? Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's just wrong.
Oh.
I probably didn't help you a whole lot too. I apologize.
Miss Robin caught that. I saying
Yeah, he did.
I sang it
Both
from
sides.
him.
Just try again.
These are redoing I think.
You must record what you all eyes.
Thank you.
You gotta exit out. The little X in the corner.
And next we'll move to policy, second read.
We have 4 policies up for second read. These 4 were passed on first read last month. There have been no changes since they were passed on first read and no changes since the planning session.
Motion for all of them at one time, Phil. Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve on second read policy 1.1021, 4.100, 5.701, and 6.411. Any other discussion?
Madam Chair, I
Yes.
should disclose my daughter is a substitute teacher, but will not influence my vote.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All eyes.
On the first read policies, we need to do those separate.
Separately, probably.
Yes, please.
1.901 charter school applications. This was discussed at the planning session. There's been an update to the process for which charter schools would have to, their application process, basically, if they were to ever be in Dickson County. So we need to update our policy to reflect that change in the state board's procedure. There have been no changes since the planning session.
Motion to approve 1.901.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve on first read policy 1.901. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
1.806, advertising and distribution of materials in the schools. This was the policy that was discussed at the planning session. Mr. Hall made some edits between then and now that are reflected in what is in BOE Connect.
We also will need to pass this on one reading.
Oh, is this we need to pass it on without, so we passing this on second read or first read? How's the motion need to be said, Mr. Hall?
Pass on, good question. Let me think about it a minute.
So we're saying we have to.
Just pass on one reading.
We,
Can I ask what the urgency
to
is?
suspend the rules to do that, or can we do it in a meeting?
I think we can, we need a motion to suspend the rules, pass it on one reading.
And you come back and vote on a second.
That's correct.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. Vote, please.
All ayes.
Now motion to pass on first reading.
Motion, I think you make a motion to pass on first and second reading.
Yes.
Or with one of y'all there, so.
Move to pass on first and second read.
I'll second. So we have a motion and a second to approve policy 1.806 on first and second reading. Discussion.
Can you remind us why we were doing it on the urgency?
We have donations that are ready to come in.
Gotcha. I remember it now. Okay. That is all. Thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion to return to regular session.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to return to regular session. Vote, please.
All ayes.
Thank you. Do you have anything else?
I do not.
Next, we have DCEA MOU.
Board Chair, members of the board, members of our community. First, tonight is about strengthening how we work together for students in Dickson County. Educators are asking for a memorandum of understanding because strong schools depend on clear, consistent systems. When expectations are written and mutually understood, everyone benefits. Teachers, administrators, the board, families, and most importantly, students. There has been discussion about duty-free planning time, and I want to be very clear. Planning time is not free time. It is instructional preparation time. It is when lessons are developed, student work is reviewed, interventions are planned, families are contacted. Protecting that time protects instructional and institutional quality. This agreement does not create division. It creates unity. It creates clarity. Some have asked why an agreement is necessary when relationships already exist. Relationships absolutely matter, and we value them. But strong systems cannot rely on informal understandings or individual personalities. They must be consistent across schools. They must endure leadership changes. They must provide stability for educators and predictability for families. When expectations are clear, misunderstandings decrease. When processes are defined, conflict is reduced. When working conditions are stable, learning conditions are stronger. This MOU is about alignment. Aligning expectations so we can focus on our energy where it belongs, on student success. Dickson County has an opportunity tonight to demonstrate leadership by adopting a clear, collaborative structure that supports instructional excellence and long-term stability. We are committed to the partnership. We are committed to professionalism, and we are committed to serving this community well. Clear systems strengthen strong schools, and strong schools serve students best. Thank you.
Do we have a motion? With lack of a motion, it dies. Will it go back to committee? So it would go back to the committee. Next, we have director's report.
Madam Chair, I would like to, one of the requests was for the board to see the Tennessee Educator Survey. I printed that off for you and we can talk more in detail If you have questions at the planning, this was a request when we were at the TSBA conference. Tomorrow, our 5th edition of the Dickson County Schools newsletter will be going out internally, and then we will be sending that out externally next week. But our faculty and staff will receive that tomorrow. I'm very proud of that newsletter and the work that has been put forth. You're going to see a lot of student recognition, teacher recognitions, and hard work that's moving in the district throughout the newsletter. I want to remind you that we still have kindergarten readiness meetings, March 2nd at Stuart Burns Elementary, March 9th at White Bluff Elementary, and March 10th at Dickson Elementary, and we encourage any of you to be a part of those. Miss Andrea Bovian does a really good job, and we appreciate that. We have, Miss Andrea, will you share the number? I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
No, I'm happy to talk about it. Signed up at the end of the this afternoon.
And thank you. Thank you for your work on that and all of the schools, administration, and teachers that are helping with that endeavor. Would like to invite each of you for Friday, March 27th from 8:30 to 10, Oakmont Elementary's Leadership Day. And Oakmont is a part of the Leader in Me, the Sean Covey program. And so if you could come, we'd love to have you on that day. One of the things I know that some of you have received some questions in regard to the Creekwood soccer. Creekwood sent me their plan for the soccer field and games, and so I wanted to make sure that you had that. This came from Miss Leslie Christie, Coach Palmore, and Coach Harvey. If you have questions, let us know. I've asked Dr. Marvin and Ms. Fortner to talk about the state due to the inclement weather that we had a couple of weeks ago. They have set that districts could have some extended time for instructional days, and we are accepting that offer. And so they're going to give just a little bit more detail.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
The state gave us flexibility to move our state testing window due to the inclement weather days that we had to use this year. Elementary was set to begin on May 1st, and now we are holding that until May 6th. That is going to give us an additional 3 days of instruction before we begin testing. So we're excited about that. The state assures us that we will still have our 3rd grade results, our quick scores that we get back that we have to use for our 3rd graders on their pathway to promotion. They are assuring us that we will still get that in time for us to give those students who do not make the score that they need to have that retake opportunity before we get out of school.
As far as secondary goes, it adds 5 additional days of instruction before the window opens. So hopefully that will help close the gap a little bit from our winter weather. The teachers that we have talked to have been appreciative of the additional days before the window opens so that they can get that last bit of instruction in for their standards.
Thank you both. We are busy in budget meetings, and we hope to have something presented to you as a draft by March 12th.
The planning session?
Yes. It is, yes, sir.
It's o'clock.
We did at 5, 6 o'clock meeting.
6.
Yes. And I will be presenting along with Miss Sonia Brogdon at the County Commission meeting Monday night. The County Commission Monday night.
It's a follow-up
at 7 o'clock.
Next Monday. Yes. Next, is that all you
That's all
have?
I have.
Next, we have comments by DCEA.
I thank the board for your consideration. I'm not going to say that we are not disappointed. However, as educators, we will rally and we will improve and we will be back. I am hopeful that you will consider it in committee upon a more thorough examination and reconsider your position, as it does represent 16 weeks of hard work by 14 educators, 7 who are currently still in the classroom and 7 who are administrative, but we are all educators. I want to impress upon you the collaborative experience. Nothing was divisive, every decision unanimous, which is why it took 16 months. I also want to, for you to consider that the MOU itself, being the first time that we have had anything like this since contract negotiations in 2010, is a very small document. I believe it's only about 5 pages. It's shorter than most of my students' essays. So I am encouraged. I appreciate your consideration, your thoughtful consideration. That has been a clear message that it is going to go back to committee, and we appreciate the opportunity for it to be reexamined. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have comments by board members. Since we're going to talk about the budget at the planning session, do y'all want to go ahead and set up another meeting the week between the planning session and the board meeting for budget, just in case we need it?
Been setting one, you can always cancel it like we did for the last. It's much harder to add one than just take one away.
Just because there'll probably be lots of questions in the planning session as other items. What days you have, Miss Christie? Week of the 16th through the 20th?
The 16th, just in case.
Okay.
Needs us to come back.
Oh, that's county commission meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
I would say $17.
17th work,
Tuesday.
except for Alan.
Okay.
I'll make it work.
I'll make it work. I appreciate your appointing me on the countywide planning thing, but they have 2 meetings, the 12th and the 17th.
Oh,
But they're both at 5 o'clock. They should be. I wouldn't think they'll last more than an hour, but I may be a little late for both of them. But don't wait on me. Those are the best dates for you.
'17th or 19th, which is the best?
18th, 17th, 18th, 19th.
Can you do the 19th? That would make it better for Steve and Mr. Hall.
Whatever makes works for him is fine.
Then we'll move it to the 19th.
Send out invites. Then we will have dinner.
Have any other comments? Have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.